Alrighty, what's up, guys? So back with another one, and yes, we have our first gameplay footage of Melty Twi-Lumina. It's a game, I'm very excited for. I know a lot of you guys are excited for as well. We got about 15 minutes of footage over the weekend from, what was it, Fate Go Fest or something? We had Kimone there, the developer, showing off the changes, explaining, what they were, the thought process behind that, the direction he wanted to take the game, and everything. Now, I don't want to break everything down, because we still have a lot of changes that are going to be coming. There's going to be a playable demo next month at Tokyo Game Show, which I'm going to be able to try out myself. But just going over this first 15-minute clip, I don't want to be a doomer. I don't want to be a doomer. I'm not trying to be negative. So there's a lot of drama on Twitter from people saying, oh, you guys are killing the game before it's even out. Like, you have to be excited for a new thing. I am excited, but my takeaway, my impression from this little 15-minute exhibition was disappointment. I was disappointed in our first glance, and not so much the gameplay, but more like the messaging behind it. So yeah, I just wanted to point some stuff out, give some general, if you didn't follow along, just kind of the general changes that were made, and what I'm hoping to see more of in the future. But anyway, like this stuff, you like Melty, hit the sub button and let's go. Alright, so going over the gameplay, like I said, I'm not going to break everything down. There's still going to be a lot of changes to go, but the general gist of it, aside from the updated graphics and voice lines and everything, which are great, they look nice here, but the old moon skill system, which is brand new to Twi-Lumina, is gone. They just scrapped it. They said this didn't work, it's gone. And I honestly don't think anybody is going to miss it or going to be upset about that. That was what they added in Lumina, but it wasn't really that interesting. And it also was a bit of a more modern mechanic, right? Definitely the concept of you can activate Moon Drive and then do Armored Moon skills through neutral and get a full combo. That was definitely a modern mechanic. It's very scrubby. Even at high level play, it was still scrubby. It was still pretty good. It's gone. They scrapped it. And then the other very controversial, hated mechanic, the shield system from Twi-Lumina, also is gone. So shield still exists, but it looks like it got completely reworked. We're going to need some more details. Again, we'll have more full breakdown for you next month when it's playable, but it looks completely reworked. So the RPS of before, like RPS and RPS and RPS, is gone. They got messaging from Twi-Lumina, after 4 or 5 years of constant nerfs. The devs understand it was not a good system. The devs understand, players don't want to just play this goofy mini game every time. So I have faith that this new shield system is going to be better. Not that it's hard, not that it's really hard to be better than the old system, but the new shield system, however it is going to be better. Now, why was I disappointed? Why, these are good changes, right? Oh, I forgot they got new moves. I also mentioned, new moves and everything, right? All the characters got new moves. It's all good, right? Everything is good. Everything is positive. So why was I disappointed? Well, as I'm sure you've heard by now, you might have seen on Twitter, Kimone and the devs decided it's time to copy Street Fighter 6. So this is a hot new pattern now in the fighting game community. And again, I'm joking. I do not think this is Kimone's idea. I do not think Kimone was staying up late at night thinking man, I would love to put Drive Impact in my game. I'm going to assume this is from a higher up, from an exec, some suit, right? This is what Harada talked about as well, which has also kind of led to, Tekken 8's disappointing reception and everything. But yes, they copied Street Fighter 6. So there's a new mechanic called the Gauntlet. This is Drive Impact. They added Drive Impact to Melty Blood. Not only that, they also added a drive gauge type move. It's called the Lumina gauge or something, Luminance gauge. We're gonna get more details on that, but it fills up. When it gets full, you go into burnout, something we've seen now in almost every modern new fighter. We want to get that added in. So the disappointment for me is I can't make a judgment on oh man, these mechanics are going to ruin the game, they're going to be terrible, but it's just the direction, right? The direction they're going, and it's not just this new stuff, the messaging during this whole 15-minute thing. So they start off by saying, hey, we put in modern mode, we added modern mode, so you can press one button to dash, you can press one button to do special moves, it's great. Oh, we also increased our auto combos, so now there's auto combos on light, medium, and heavy. So if having one auto combo is too difficult, don't worry. Now we got 3 separate ones. So whatever button you press now, just mash on one button. The amount of times he said, keep mashing on one button. That's his quote. He said it 10 times in the 15-minute clip. So all that, and then the new Drive Impact. It's called a Gauntlet, I think. Again, this is Kimone. The exact quote, you're watching this on stream, is when your back is to the wall, or if your opponent is pressuring you, you don't know what to do, just press the button, press the one button, press gauntlet right here. So obviously it's not going to be like that at high level play, right? There's going to be some strategy behind it, but it's clearly a mechanic that was added, designed in there for non-fighting game players. For people that, this mysterious audience that the devs are chasing, like people that, I like fighting games, but they're too difficult. If you made it easier, I would play. That's not true. We've seen this be false a million times, but it just makes me very sad that Melty Blood is also chasing this trend. So to go back, I have been playing Melty Blood now for, I don't even know when I started. It was 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. When I first picked up Melty Blood, it was like during the React days when it was like a small Dojin game. And what attracted me to Melty Blood back in the day was that it was so different, right? It was so different from other fighting games. It was a little indie niche Dojin studio. It was doing its own thing. And like as the game developed, they kept adding more cool stuff and going in new directions and trying out, more cool things. So Twi-Lumina, of course, I'm not going to lie. It would definitely had some more modern mechanics. They definitely tried to bring the old classic Melty Blood up to a new generation and like, let's try and reach a new audience by making some things easier and, let's try and put some goofy mechanics like one button shield and everything. But the community pushed back, right? We didn't like it. The devs listened. They changed. So I had hope that for Twi-Lumina, they would say, you know what? Let's make this game for Melty Blood fans. Let's make this game, for the players that like Melty Blood. Let's bring back some more cool stuff, There's still so much cool stuff from the old games that are not in the modern Melty Blood. And, for the casual fans, by the way, Twi-Lumina sold like 700,000 copies or something. That was not because of the gameplay. That was not because of the shield. That was because of the IP, because of the story mode, because of the tie-ins to the mobile game, the tie-ins to the VN. So they could have, my dream was that they would have gone that route, to promote the game, to reach that audience of casual players, put in cool single-player content, do some more collabs with Fate Go, release an update to the VN and tie some of those characters to the new Melty Blood. But for the gameplay, focus on the players, man. You had 5 years of Twi-Lumina, of good patches, right? Good updates, of learning what the community wants, of learning how to make the game better and developing it. So the first exhibition here of Twi-Lumina, like the first showcase, just has the dev on the mic saying, anybody can play it. Like, press one button, it's okay. If you don't know what to do, just use this mechanic. Just press one button, just try. Tells me that their direction is still to make a modern, a very, very accessible, a very easy, even any VN player could pick up and play this game. And that just makes me quite sad to see the game that, come on, man. The jokes about playing in a bathroom and the jokes about, we did play by a Snapple machine, but like that little community of like pure passionate people that really love the game, and dev putting out a game you could tell that they loved without any higher up saying like, you need to add this mechanic, you have to copy Street Fighter 6, right? You have, like, Street Fighter 6 sold these many copies, you gotta copy them. That's the only way we can get big out there. It just makes me very, very disappointed, especially because I started playing Avatar. So I started playing Avatar like, a week, 2 weeks ago, and that game is so good, and it reminds me of what it's like when a dev makes a fighting game for fighting game fans, not to try and copy whatever beginner mechanics Street Fighter 6 did and that sold 10 million copies. They just made a good ass fighting game they wanted to make. As a fighting game player, as a diehard fighting game fan, it's such like a breath of fresh air. I was hoping Melty Blood would do something like that. I was hoping Twi-Lumina could maybe make, take Twi-Lumina, make it even more, more advanced, more sweaty, like increased movement, nerf shield, just make it even better. But so far, that's not the case. Okay, now, again, to get back, like I said at the start, I'm not dooming. I'm just disappointed, right? I'm still going to be following the game. They only showed 4 characters. People think the whole cast might not be there on launch, which might be true because there is like 25-ish characters. But I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. Next month at Tokyo Game Show, we'll get more of a breakdown on these new mechanics. But you can't lie to yourself. There are some people that are so desperate. You cannot see them put drive impact into Melty Blood and be like, yo, that's hype. Yo, that's exactly what I wanted. That's what I was waiting for in this game. Don't lie. Don't cope. Just say, I can't believe they copied Street Fighter 6. That was a shitty decision, but overall, I still am going to enjoy the game. I'm still looking forward to it. But yes, okay. Enough rambling. Tokyo Game Show is in literally just a month. I'll be there all 5 days. I will be there all 5 days, so I'll have plenty of hands-on experience, more details and stuff like that. And hopefully, we can see more mechanics. We can learn more about the game for actual fighting game fans and less. We got Burnout, so they got Burnout. They got Drive Impact. Are we going to have Drive Rush? Are they going to put like spend 2 stars and get like a full screen slow down dashing forward attack? I don't know. But anyway, what do you think if you saw it? How did you feel on that first trailer? Nani is pretty much confirmed, huh? Nani is pretty much confirmed. Like Shiki not only has a new outfit, but he's a lot of new moves as well. He's like they removed some moves and changed it. So a lot of the old sprites, the old animations probably going straight to Nania. So I'm looking forward to that. He's definitely coming. I'm not even memeing. I'm like 95% sure he's getting added. But that's it for this one. Like I said, leave a comment, and I'll see you with the next update on this game next month. So till then, peace.